Welcome back everyone, Ronan here, and today this is my highlight. I compressed basically my 6-hour stream into about a 30 to 35 minute video, just covering some of the highlights. Now this is kind of a new format for me, so bear with me. I'm just kind of learning on how to do it efficiently. So some of the highlights may not be huge, but towards the end I think I do get better at it. The last two are actually pretty cool, and there's that faceless. Man, those are trolls. If you're having a hard time dealing with faceless, I definitely recommend using all you have to detect them. Any item you can use, put it to good use. Having maybe a hacker with you, it's going to help you. Have a great watch, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next video. As per request from Dr. Roxo, here is what his avatar looks like. I didn't get any guidance. All I had was a bio and what class he would like to be. Now, with how the class system works, I'm not 100% sure how to make them work all the time, but here's his bio. This comes from him, so I put it in the game as he wanted it. Hope you enjoy it. Here, I need to secure my soon-to-be green screen a little bit better because it apparently doesn't want to stay up. And there we go. So I say screw it, I just play on until next stream. I made a mistake the night before. I usually quit as soon as the map starts. I should stop doing that because I joined this map, which is like the equivalent of a swarming mission. And I didn't have the proper loadout. I didn't have a good enough group for this. Everybody else was wounded. So I'm trying my best. Here I sent out a battle scanner to try to see if there's a faceless there. Not sure if that would work. I think it does, but I just got lucky there and there's 3 civilians. But yes, from now on I will save before the fight so that I don't bring recruits on a swarming mission. When you do a swarming mission, you want to bring your best group. Since here I'm in concealment mode, but that's only because I have the perk. I forgot about that. I was lining up everybody like they had the concealment perk, and I got kind of confused when I pulled. I only realized that on my second attempt when it wasn't going so well the first time. This is where I think it clicked in that I was in concealment mode because of the perk. Since my sniper already fired, I got a little confused, but realized that they just weren't in concealment mode. And that's how swarming missions start, and you have to be ready and understand that it's just because of the ability.
Bin schon dabei!
J'y vais. Affirmatif, je couvre la zone.
Got it covered. Here I come. I'm on it.
Here comes my true first highlight of the night, and I was doing pretty well so far. So I was just lining up my soldiers, and then a faceless appeared and basically ruined the entire run and made me restart. If only my second sniper wouldn't have missed, it would have been just fine. I would never have found this out. It actually gave me an achievement. Boom! 4 deaths with 1 blast. So bad. lesson learned, don't underestimate the faceless. So I got tired for about an hour of restarting that other mission I was just doing since the faceless wrecked the run. I never got a good attempt after that one. So I reloaded before the fight and brought in my group, but all I had available were snipers. So the run ended up being 1 ranger and 4 snipers. Now, I'm not going to say this was actually a pretty good setup, considering that my ranger actually had the stealth perk for this. The squad sight was nice from it, and it actually made the fight a lot easier than having 2 recruits in the run, just because I didn't want to carry on 4 snipers for this.
Enemies on the move, they're flanking us!
Here's our first Mouton encounter with this new setup, and case in point, 4 snipers. Now they're just all standing there in Overwatch while squad sight does the work. I think 2 of them may have had the Overwatch on.
Come on, focus. Target.
So this was the first time I noticed that a Mouton actually had kind of a blade, much like in Gears of War, minus it's not a chainsaw, underneath his weapon. And it's kind of neat that they have a melee skill. I just got lucky because I didn't understand how powerful it was until much later when he actually one-shot my soldier this way. At this point, I wasn't too happy with the way I was doing my research. I took what I learned and restarted the game fresh. Now, the second time around, I knew to go for armor first, maybe weapons second, but also focus on the avatar program. The avatar program is actually something you can't ignore, and for the overworld, you really have to manage your resources properly so you don't run out of intel, so you don't run out of resources to build what you need in time. The radio system is actually really good to get so that you can get a hold of different areas on the map so that you can build a better resistance and fight that avatar program. Here it goes to show that there's really no benefit to reaching the intel or the workstation and hacking it without being noticed. It actually will bring every single enemy onto you, and that's really bad because here we get sandwiched by 3 groups.
Piece of cake. We're spotted!
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the advent vials. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Yet another lesson learned, and I won't be doing that again. Now, in your first few missions, until you get soldiers leveled a little bit, don't be afraid to use grenades. Even if it's to kill an enemy, don't worry about the fragments all that much. Sure, it's better to kill them without a grenade, but it's better to have your soldiers survive in those first few missions until you get that armor that lets you take a hit or 2.
Mission accomplished.
For all of you that are returning, there we go. The legend never dies. MVP, Old Man Winter, Grandpa. Let's not forget. Good job, Blaze. Star Force, you did good too. So when you're attempting these hacks, be really, really conscious of what you're doing. Because if you fail, depending on the buff that it gives them, it's actually really bad and can make you have a really tough time at hitting the enemies. If you see here, they get bonus defense, which I think is 20 bonus defense, which is the same as low cover, and a mobility boost. Even if it's only 2, maybe 3 more spaces, you're gonna get flanked. And those sword carrying enemies with more mobility, they can reach you from where you don't even see them, and they'll just kill you one shot.
Didn't get control!
So here, I'll be showing that line of sight can be kind of tricky, and especially with triple or multiple layered levels, where you can now shoot and blow up cover and blow up ceilings and floors, it can actually make it quite complicated to actually try to visualize where you can see the enemy, which is, I think this is also a feature that kind of sucked in XCOM 1, and it makes it a little bit I don't know, frustrating sometimes. Especially, I'm not sure if it's just they're not registering in the right spots, but I'll try to show this as best I can here.
Moving.
So I shoot my first grenade, and I want to make that soldier fall if I can, but also put that sectoid in the open. So I'm trying to find that sweet spot. And basically I missed that soldier. He's standing on just a one tile spot where he can't fall, or he's just like kind of stuck there. She sees the sectoid through that gap. She takes a shot. That's all fine.
Get him next time.
Moving.
I get spooky. So he takes a shot through there. That's fine. Kills that sectoid.
Enemy down.
Moving
Now
on
I
target
blocked
location.
the way up, so there's not really much I can do there. So I don't want him to get a chance to shoot at me, so I'm trying to just kill him. Yeah, I managed to get through the hole right there. Surprisingly.
Get ready for a
So
surprise.
I'll get the grenade through the hatch. And then he's dead. But I also hit somebody else, which I think he's on the
Multiple
roof
hostiles
and then
eliminated.
fell one level down. Or actually, he may have died from the fall, now that I rewatched this. Because definitely two things got hit there. I only saw one in my line of sight.
Heading to that location. I've got eyes on an advent position.
There's more on the roof. But he goes right down, right away. At least to the second level. This is where it gets kind of tricky. Because now I don't see him with some of these guys outside. But there's no wall there. I mean, there's a window, but still not even blocking him. He's just because he's on that second
On my
floor.
way. I'm on it.
Affirmative. Covering out.
So even if I try to move up, I don't get a proper line of sight on him, and I'm blocking the path up. This is just not working well for me. So he gets a shot, but he also has two people on the roof waiting. If I don't hit him right, or if I don't deal with the guys on the roof, he's gonna get shot at. And well, Voodoo is the VIP, he can't do anything right now. So I threw a grenade. Hopefully we can deal it with a sectoid. The sectoid's kind of the priority here. He's much tougher to down, or can cause a lot more issues than that soldier. I'll bring him down another level. So with that grenade he took 6 damage. He's down with 3. But even now that he's at the bottom floor, and there's only a window blocking his, like, between me and him, there's only a window. I still don't see him. I still don't have line of sight. So I move in the corner here,
Moving to position.
and still no line of sight, but you can clearly see he is right there. In the open, nothing to block us except that piece of glass. And I can't see him. When
Affirmative.
yesterday,
Covering now.
I could shoot through walls, through roofs, no problem. Ceilings, floors, you could have line of sight on everybody. So I don't understand this part, and it's kind of frustrating me. I have no answer for it though yet. But when I do get one, I will let you know.
Orders
So in this
confirmed.
fight,
On the move.
I like the swarming missions. I like what they did with
You're
civilians.
clear. Go.
Just be careful with civilians, because they could be a faceless, and that's really hard because you want to save as many civilians as possible so you don't fail the mission, but at the same time you don't want to get screwed by a faceless. And what my recommendation is to either bring a hacker with a detect skill, which is kind of high level, like lieutenant or something,
About some kind of
or bring a beacon, something that's going to help you. Maybe even a mimic beacon would help you. But they are kind of a pain in the butt to deal with. The first swarming mission you have one faceless. The second swarming mission, you have 2 faceless. I'm not sure how many more there are. And there are actually avatar events, like dark events, whatever they're called, where every single mission in that month will have faceless in it. I'm not sure what that means. If it's a civilian hidden, there's a lot of civilians in plain sight. So this kind of went okay for me because I had my increased armor. Had I not have had the increased armor, actually I don't think I did. I still had basic armor. I still only have like 6-7 HP. So it's probably only because it was my higher level character.
We have to stop this.
So luckily, he took an overwatch shot on a civilian. Now, the faceless comes over, does this big sweeping attack. Luckily, I just noticed, like right after, that he opened up cans of propane. Luckily, his melee attack cannot destroy the cans of propane. It's not part of the AoE damage. It can do that to a car though, as I showed earlier in the video. So I'm kind of like, what do I do now? I have enemies outside, enemies inside. He's by himself, everybody else is still on the roofs. So, I just noticed it right there. Propane. But I can't just shoot it. If I wasn't careful, I would have just killed myself. And it turns out they have 3 health. I just noticed that while watching the video. I'm looking for where to go. I have to run away from the faceless. And it just kind of just clicked. The light bulb just lit up.
Rolling.
So I found the high cover. And then I try to shoot that, can of propane. Bang. It did 6 damage to him. I still have to kill him or my soldier downstairs dies. Luckily, that propane explosion broke out that corner so that my other soldier could shoot through the floor and see the faceless. I don't think I noticed at the time though. I'm noticing that now.
On the move. Target down. Target eliminated. What do we got
So
here?
that should only leave my one character. So yeah, so I managed to shoot him through the wall. The problem is, the explosion also got rid of his cover, or Richard's no longer in cover. So I get a 100% chance to hit with my shotgun, and only 88 with my sword.
Copy. Moving on target.
So I decided to just jump down, go to high cover, and shoot him with my shotgun. Good job, Richard. I got kind of lucky there that the explosion actually cut out a piece of the map that I needed to get there, though. This just goes to show that line of sight is still kind of broken, and the game still kind of cheats with its mechanics. So I managed to get a sword kill there. Again, good job, Richard. Nice slice.
Target neutralized.
So there's a sectoid on my right. And you can clearly see where he moves. He moves right next to that wall. Now, the issue I have with this is that I'm pretty sure he mind controls Richard. So I don't want to have to kill Richard. He's kind of a good guy. So I don't have a flashbang left to just flash him. I didn't have any combat protocols left or anything to heal. And my line of sight here, I mean, he's behind high cover at this point, I think. Still get a hit off, though. So I look at where I can go. It's not behind cover, but he's probably one of the last aliens left. Now, I move right there. That is a flank right there. I don't know why it does not count as a flank. but you can clearly see there's no cover between me and him right now. Just straight line, not a flank. I still hit him. Luckily, I'm surprised, but it should have been a flank.
Burning through ammo
There's
fast.
no way that that is not a flank. There's no... there's nothing in between that line. If we're talking about you have to be on his side, or there's no cover in between you and him, that is a very bad representation of... It's almost like in my base assault in the Long War, where there's like an invisible one square over, because right now, that's a flank. I just don't understand some of these mechanics right now, because he's standing right in the open. And I show this right now with, like, drawing that line. That's a flank. So this could get frustrating. Be ready for that. But technically the game still cheats.
No longer a threat.
Again, we have another hack, and it fails. This goes to show, just be ready and understand the risks. Because this makes the next enemies, or actually all the enemies on the map, harder to kill and have faster mobility in time with the turret coming up. I'll try to speed through it, but it takes my entire group to take down a turret.
It's still moving. Hitting her now. Come on. Moving on target location.
Closing on target position now. It hit the plate.
It hit the plate.
Actually, as a last-ditch effort, I end up using a grenade to try to take care of it.
Grenade out.
Now here's just to show a difference between grenades and what they do. So, I'm going to use an incendiary grenade, which is awesome against personnel. It does a lot of damage and damage over time. So it's really good. But to the environment, it actually does less damage. So it won't blow up that car any faster. It'll actually blow the car up slower than if you were to throw a frag grenade. So just understand that. If you throw a frag grenade, the next turn it should blow up. I think if you throw 2 frags at it, it should blow up on that turn. The second one will blow it up.
Orders
For the
confirmed.
car, I mean.
Moving out.
If you throw an incendiary grenade, it'll put the car on fire, but it'll actually take about 3 turns for the car to blow up. Here I'm moving up to the objective. I know there's probably still at least 1 pool of enemies. Could be 2. So I'm still trying to be cautious. But I have to go kill that beacon. I only have 3 turns left to kill it. Or I failed a mission, I'm pretty sure.
Moving your position.
Haven't failed one of these yet, but I've been cutting it close. Explosives are your friend. They help you open up the walls so you can see it better. So if that's all you have, go for it.
Grenade.
So I throw a grenade in there. Not really sure how it lines up in the window or... Oh, it went on the roof. I thought it was inside. It ended up being on the roof. So it did no damage to the beacon. And it just opened up a nice big skylight.
Overwatch.
So I try to move up. Now it's pretty standard wall. So I move my... What is it? Heavy now or grenadier? Right next to that pop machine?
Okay.
Garbage can? Pop machine, I think. All is good. So then I move my hacker. I was thinking it was a hacking station for the next time. But
Scanning.
still, nothing. Good to go. I'm like, alright, sweet. So I'm just gonna rush with
Stepping off.
Richard. I'm gonna bring him right in. And somehow,
Eyes on an outlet position.
they're inside the room. They didn't see me. And somehow they have line of sight on me on the outside. Now I'm pretty sure Richard was his last turn, or my last character. My Overwatch doesn't work. I still don't know how they saw me.
Not good.
Now this is not even it. The game proceeds to cheat again. So he runs out. I think he mind controls somebody.
Evac! We need emergency
So no, he
evac!
panics
Now,
him.
damn it, now!
So he runs out of the way. Goes around the corner. I kind of wish he would have taken a shot at it. And then this guy. Where did he... Like, how did he come through the wall? I don't even see. Like, the only thing I can think of is that my heavy shot her machine gun or cannon and created that lip in the wall, but there's still that pop machine still there. There's no window there. He just runs right out. I don't know. I just don't know how that happened. He just ran right through the wall. Insane.
Accessing system.
You would think I would have learned by now about not hacking while in concealment, but nope. This is what you get. Alright, now for the last highlight of the night. This was a special one. I had controlled the robot. I hacked him. He's on my side, or was on my side, until now. So I'm just prepping to take down the robot. I have 8 turns left to make it to the extraction. I'm doing alright. I still have the VIP, which I thought I had to go capture. I wasn't quite sure how to do it. I guess you just punch him in the face. He passes out. You pick him up, you drag him there. So I was ready to do this. Luckily, the mission allows you to kill him, because I ended up doing that accidentally.
Heading out.
I'm just prepping my guys, just making sure I get a good shot. It's almost like concealment at this point. Nobody sees me. I see the Viper, it's just outside there. The robot is still on my side, I think, at this point. Try to zoom in to see what's going on, but
Roger that.
it's not happening. I got my hacker there. Yeah, it looks like the robot's still on my side for now. Kevin gets a nice shot. Can always count on Kevin. That's one thing I've learned from the
What do
long
we
war.
got here?
So, robot. I didn't want to take a shot at the Viper because I didn't want to steal the experience. I'm not sure who gets the experience on a hack kill, essentially, or a robot that is on your side. Who gets the kill? Is it the hacker or technically the robot? I'll have to test that out. So, also I was checking to see the Z switch on my turn or their turn. So, you only really get 1.5 turns with the robot. So, luckily, she missed her tongue lashing on me. I think she tries it twice. No. Alright. The robot comes up. Stands right in the open. They apparently don't care about cover. Maybe they can't even take cover. They're like mechs in the original. I didn't actually fully pay attention. ZFI, like a boss, just gets suppressed. So I'm like, okay, what do you do? So I can't move, or ZFI's, done for. Everybody's on the ground floor. ZFI's by himself because I'm a terrible commander. So what do we do? So I decided to take a turn at not getting the VIP right away. And I try to go to the outside to help remove suppression. If I can hit the robot, it will get rid of suppression.
On your order.
So, Heavy's outside. Lost Incendiary. I'm like, wait a minute. Incendiary is probably not going to work on the robot. I just thought of that now. So I burned the Viper and didn't even bother hitting the robot. I don't know what I was thinking right now. He's still suppressed. What else do we have? What did I end up doing?
Headed there now.
So I can't use my gremlin on him. I can't throw a grenade. I totally messed up. I'm like, alright, Zed5 throws a grenade. In the other version, in the Long War, my grenade range would have been diminished, so it wouldn't have worked out. My aim sucks, so grenade it is.
Get ready for a surprise.
So, can't stop the suppression. He falls through the floor, lands on the VIP, I think, or something. The VIP dies. He jumps back up
Target eliminated.
in through fire. I don't know what happened. I think I'm pretty sure he landed on the VIP. And oh, the 2 damage is probably from the Viper. So confused. I'm pretty sure the VIP got landed on by a robot. Awesome. But it doesn't stop there. This is what gets me. Now, the game is bugged, I think. Because he is not doing it. He's just standing on air. Like, he doesn't have any... He's just standing there. No Overwatch, just... He doesn't move. And it's my turn. I'm like, okay. What do we do?
Orders confirmed. Move it out. Move it to Overwatch.
Still don't know what to do against him. I still can't see him. I'm still down at the bottom.
Overwatch.
Alright, she burns, did 3 damage, so fire is really effective on Vipers, apparently. You gotta get those pistol grenades. Alright, so he's immune fire. He's back up. Now they're gonna send reinforcements, that's fine. If I can get there before the reinforcements land, then I'm actually gonna be able to overwatch them. I'm like, sweet, we're good. So I'm like, well, what is he doing? So I looked, I have really low chance to aim. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I should have a better chance to aim. I check, pure fluke that I check, and it says suppression. I'm like, well, how am I suppressed? He's not doing anything. So this is the only reason why I noticed that this was going on, is because I checked there. I don't even know why, it's a fluke that I checked. Now the game's bugged out, there's nothing going on, no animation. Usually if you're suppressed, the enemy should be firing at you. And nothing. And then the game debugs. And Zed's dead. The robot's still not doing anything, he's just standing there. It's like, what is going on? I ended up reloading to see what was actually going on. I checked the time though, because it was getting near the end of the stream, or the end of the night. At this point it's like 5.5 hours in. And sure enough, once I finally reload, he is suppressing fire. Like, he's actually suppressing Zed. It would have been nice to know, so... I don't like reloading, but I think when there's graphical bugs... I mean, you're allowed, right? You're not an Ironman. If I would have been an Ironman, I would have been pissed. But, when we get there, I'll probably take more precautions and know of some of the bugs that are happening.
On the move.
As always, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I am always changing and evolving my formats to make it more enjoyable for you guys, to make it more enjoyable for everyone to actually experience the videos. So this was a 6-hour video turned into a 35-minute highlights and what happened. So I'm gonna start doing that more often. Again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and it helps me be able to put up more content and having more people actually see them. This is what matters really. I just want to have more people experience these things as I try to teach and show. And even though it's a really amazing game, there's still a few flaws. But maybe they'll patch them. I don't know. The game just released. Have a great night, everyone, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
X-ray neutralized.